Yeah. Bring it down a little bit.
I was like, I'm Caroline. I was like, what? To make such change all over the world, right? So that's it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Judge Judy.
That was a good idea.
Judge Judy.
It's a fun event, and the thing about it is, and I've done so many, there's people here that talk their truth, and people in the audience are crying. But there's hope. So it's like watching a movie. It's like the perfect event for this type of trauma and abuse, and sexual and physical and verbal, that there may be some hope, in any of these girls. Even if it's just one of them, I'm as happy as can be.
Well, we've been able to expand many of our programs, especially our Life Set program for young women aging out of the child welfare system. But also we have 2 beautiful Janie's houses, and about 50 girls a year live in those homes and return to their families or sometimes find a new family. And an overwhelming outreach. I mean, the social media sites, the emails, the texts we get of women that have been abused, and thanking Stephen for what he's meant to them, and the song, the anthem, Janie's Got a Gun. It's been so important to them.
Honestly, what Stephen said, we're going to hear some stories tonight from some women and some young women that are going to be extremely moving and allow people in the audience that are here for the first time to understand what it is we're doing and why we're doing it.
I have to say, because of what just happened, in particular with the Bryant family, the tone is going to be a little bit different. And what I like to say is, the quote I'm using tonight is from Fred Rogers. And Fred Rogers said, when tragedies happen, look for the helpers. Tonight is not a celebration, it's not a party. We are coming together to help. We are going to help each other get through this. We're in mourning for the family, but we're also going to help these young women. And by doing this, we can band together and know that you created a better world today, right now. This is something you can do. And that's what we're here for. And that's the whole thing. Tonight is about the helpers. It is so close to my heart. Janie's fun because, when I look at toxic masculinity for what it is, I was a card-carrying member. I believed that simply because I was a man, that I was more valuable than the women in my life. And I couldn't have been more wrong.
Did.
I know.
He was not nice.
No, I wasn't. And, literally, I had a come to Jesus meeting. I mean, I literally had to revamp my whole life. And I'm telling you right now, it's one of those things that you feel like, the earth goes, you feel like that the sun goes around the earth and the whole thing, but it's the other way around. And so for me, I said, it's not enough to just say you're sorry. You have to make amends. You have to correct things. And we have to be a part, as men, we have to be a part of the solution. And we need more men to be involved in what was typically called women's causes. and really change the narrative and make them humanity causes. Because unless men get involved in what we call women's issues, things won't change. Oh my God! First of all, it's when you look at what one man has done in this thing. It started in 2015. It's already raised over $7.5 million for young women who are out of leaving the foster care system and going on to their own, which is a very volatile time because they're literally on their own. And we are, this year, it looks like they're about to eclipse $10 million. And it started in 2015, so you're talking about a very, very small amount of time. And it's just getting bigger every year. And I'm just so happy to be involved. I can't tell you, when Stephen called me, I was like, you had me at hello, man. I'm right there. I got my suit ready.
It's fun. It's a little irreverent. It's kind of enjoyable, and there's a lot of different people around. It's not particularly dressed up. I dressed up tonight because I thought I should, be more respectful because of what happened with Kobe Bryant today, and just be a little more somber.
Well, Janie's Fund does more than just raise money. I think a lot of people think that the primary focus is raising money. That's important, but the most important part is it gives young women a voice to share their stories. They see other young women sharing their stories. They know Stephen's got the anthem, Janie's got a gun. They go online, see other women talking about their abuse and how they've overcome it. And most people that have been abused want to know, one, that they're not the only ones that have been abused, but they also want to know, most importantly, how can I overcome this, and what have other women done to survive this horrible, tragic, event that occurred, many of them in their childhood. And so it really inspires them and gives them hope.
First of all, I want to respectfully acknowledge the tragic events that happened here this morning with Kobe Bryant and his family and the others that suffered that horrific helicopter accident this morning. I don't know what to say. I'm in mourning. I'm sure everyone here feels the pain. I am a father. I have daughters, and I can only imagine the pain that family is going through right now and all the families of those involved. But I wanted to say one thing. I did want to say one thing. In the words of the great Fred Rogers, the Mr. Rogers, when a tragedy happens, when traumatic things are going on, look for the helpers. Look for the helpers. And that is what you are tonight. Everyone here, you came here to help. I've acted with this man in The Expendables. He actually directed me in Everybody Hates Chris, and he is a legend in this industry. Please put your hands together for Kelsey Grammer, my homie. How you doing, Kelsey? What do you want to announce here? What you got for?
Okay, hi guys. All right, now I have to read this. So it says, good evening, everybody. It's my pleasure to be here tonight to support Steven Tyler and Janie's Fund. That is true. I'm here to talk to you about a special, okay, this is pretty cool, actually. I did this last year. I'm here to talk to you about a special way that you can show your support of Janie's Fund tonight.
That's right.
A great way to give back, have fun, challenge your friends to match your donation, and help us make this event an even greater success.
Yes.
It was 1989, and I was an aspiring actress. I was just out of high school when I booked my first real job as an actress. It was an Aerosmith video, and it was for their new song called Janie's Got a Gun, and I would get to play Janie. I was very, very excited, yeah. And well, aside from the fact that I didn't really know who Aerosmith was at the time. I know now. And I knew it was a way better job than my brother had. He was delivering pastrami sandwiches on Pico, so that was good. But now looking back, I understand that I had one of the coolest first jobs ever on the planet. So tonight, I ask you to join me in supporting that young girl who's gonna walk through the doors of Janie's house looking for her voice. Your support will mean that there's a girl out there that will get the resources to break patterns and dispel belief systems that are unhealthy and heal from trauma and find a community that will foster that healing. Thank you to Steven Tyler for being brave and courageous and doing this important work on the behalf of those girls.
I would have loved to have a Janie's Fund help me find my voice, to tell the dark secrets and pain that I carried. I know they would have helped me create a life like I had never known, had they been around then. Myself and the Red Songbird Foundation fully support Steven Tyler and what Janie's Fund is doing to help these girls step out of the pain and the shame of the life that they've been living and give them a voice so that they can have a life they've never dreamed of.
I'm just beyond grateful that there is an organization like Youth Villages and Janie's Fund willing to pay attention, to listen, to create a platform where I can come and share my story, but not only that, so many other girls can find their voice in their healing and overcome the trauma that they endured in their childhood, so they can build a better life and break those cycles that happen.
Give it up for Gavin DeGraw. Come on. I don't like you, but I love you. Oh, chariot, you're golden ways are walking down upon this face. Oh, chariot, I'm singing out loud to guide me. Give me your. I'm in love with a girl who knows me bad. Fell for the woman just when I met her. Into my sweet time and now it's better. Someone understands and she knows how to treat a fella right. Give me that feeling every night. I want some big love when I want to fight. Now someone understands me.